New at 5, a former Monroe Comprehensive High School teacher is now facing 2 counts of sexual assault with a student after she resigned from the school system last week.
You see me? You in my business? Don't do that.
Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam, and I'm back again with another video. And before I move forward into this video, I want to start it out with some positivity. I want to tell everybody out there that's rocking with me and supporting me in this channel, I just want to tell y'all Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas Eve and Happy New Year's, and just happy holidays all the way around. I hope that everybody is out there having a good quality life and getting everything that they want out of their day during their day. And if you're not getting everything that you want or need, just give it a little time, stay consistent at whatever you're doing. I promise you, you can have whatever you want in your hands if you just keep on being consistent. Like they say, keep on keeping on. But anyways, man, and yeah, don't just take the good energy, man. Show me some love back. I'm only talking to people who show me some love back. But anyway, go, man. Squash all that. We finna get straight into the subject matter at hand. Long story short, it's a coach that got caught messing with a student. Now, when I say messing with the student, we don't have bona fide facts on exactly what took place. But, having your name associated with things like this is very, very bad. And it's very, very, detrimental to people's careers. I don't think that a lot of people understand that, when you're dealing with children and stuff like that, that people ain't playing with you. You feel me? But basically, long story short, all of this is alleged from the beginning to the end. Because we don't know exactly what's going on with the situation. But I did see certain things online. I don't know what to say and how to approach those things because it's really just not giving us facts. But there's some blurry pictures going around. They saying that she was on camera kissing a boy. They were saying that she was messing with one of the cheerleaders' boyfriend. And I seen her interacting with certain students and stuff like that, and I don't feel right about it, but it could be because this type of stuff is already out there in the atmosphere. Once these type of things get on your name, it's kind of hard for people to look at you the same way 100%. But, even if she comes out to be innocent, you feel me? But, yeah, she's been released on a $2,000 bond, if I'm not mistaken, which I find is very, very crazy. She did quit her job. Well, she resigned from her job. And a lot of people are speculating on why she did that. Now, me personally, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I feel like that she did this only simply because she knows that she can potentially go somewhere else and get a job. Once you resign, it looks better than you being fired for these type of things. You feel me? But I do want to say this, that, I done did a lot of research. I done watched a whole bunch of videos. I done went to TikTok even trying to figure out some more stuff about it because that's where she's going viral at all the time. But, yeah, man, a lot of people are saying that one of the students had exposed her because it was one of the students. They saying that the students knew about this type of stuff, but they are going for her license. That's one thing that I want to point out. So even with her resigning, they're trying to go for her license and stuff like this. So it's very, very serious. But, ultimately, she's got a smile on her face. She kind of had a little smirk on her, even in her mugshot. And I just want to say that you got to watch who you're dealing with these days. You can't trust nobody with your kids. I don't give a damn who they are. It's just how the world is right now. Some of the most craziest stories have been coming out lately. And I just hate for one of my supporters or anybody out there in the world to be going through these situations due to a lack of knowledge or a lack of them actually being more attentive than they should be. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get into the video clips that I do have of her. I got the news speaking about this as well. Let me know your honest thoughts and opinions. Now, for her to resign, like I said before, it could be just for the betterment of her life, just to make sure that she can get a job somewhere else. But if not, it is what it is. Let's get into the video, though. And don't lie to me. Keep it 100. Let me know your honest opinions. Let's go.
New at 5, a former Monroe Comprehensive High School teacher is now facing 2 counts of sexual assault with a student after she resigned from the school system last week.
WALB News 10's Mackenzie Petrie joins us live in the studio with those new details. Mackenzie?
Yes, Audriana Williams was arrested earlier today and booked into Dougherty County Jail before she was released with a $2,000 bond.
Yeah, $2,000.
Williams is being charged by Dougherty County School System Police Department with 2 counts of sexual assault by persons with supervisory and disciplinary authority. Now, many of you may know Mrs. Williams from her viral back-to-school rap video that WALB aired in our Good News segment back in 2020. In the last hour, we received a statement from the Dougherty County School System that reads in part, quote, The charges were filed as the result of an investigation into allegations of an inappropriate relationship with the student. Last week, Williams resigned her position in lieu of termination by the Dougherty County School Board of Education, end quote. If Williams is found guilty of those charges, she could potentially be facing 1 to 20 years in prison for each count. In studio, Mackenzie Petrie, WALB, your hometown news source.
Okay, and you gotta look at this too. She was dealing with these children way more than she should. That's why I feel like it needs to be a direct balance with relationships with people that's not in your family. Even with people in your family, you got to put some boundaries on certain things. But you know, after hours and things like that, there's too much room for something to go wrong, in my opinion. And like I tell y'all all the time, if you know me by now, I don't trust shit. Nothing at all is trusted in my eyes. I know it's crazy. Some of y'all gonna say, who hurt me? All type of weird ass shit. That's just how I feel. Let me feel how I feel. You ain't gotta bash me for that. But even though I really rarely hear that, somebody's gonna see it. So I'm talking to you when I respond. But yeah, you know, I just feel like that she just doing a little bit too much, getting too close with the kids, being too friendly with them. You know, if I'm going to work, if I'm your teacher, if it's business, like, hell no, I'm not finna be in here playing with y'all. I'm here to teach y'all. I need to show y'all that I'm the person that's in charge right now, because if I don't, at some point in time, y'all gonna feel like we can play up in here. You feel me? But I got another video of her and another student. This isn't the guy that they're saying that she was accused of dealing with, but it's just an interaction with another student. And it just, I don't know, seeing it now just kind of made me look, I don't know. I'm not trying to call her nothing without having facts, but I just don't like it right now. You feel me? I don't know. And I just feel like that it shouldn't be this. Me and my teachers ain't never been this cool. I'm going to put it like that. I always knew that was my teacher. It was more of a privilege if I was getting close to her and shit like that. You feel me? But like somebody like this, I don't think that it should be happening like that. They too close and too cool and too, you know, you about to see.
Nah.
Who's there?
Orange.
What's it say?
Orange who?
Orange who?
Orange, you glad? Orange, you glad you're in my class?
Yeah.
Your turn.
No.
Who's there?
Red.
Red who?
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Nah.
Who's there?
Me.
Me who?
Me too.
They're tripping big corny. I like little corny jokes like that though.
One, do the cheerleaders actually have to have A's and B's in their class?
Okay, now look.
Absolutely.
People asking, do the kids gotta have A's and B's and stuff like that? I just had to let y'all know that just in case y'all didn't hear it. But I do want to say that she seems like she's very morally driven. I don't think that she will be doing something based on what she's saying. But like I always say, you gotta watch out for people that are false prophets or people that's in positions that could be put on a facade. Not saying that this is true because we don't know yet, but these are some heavy allegations that people are putting on her, and I just got to look at it on all sides. I got to keep it 100, basically. You feel me? But yeah, she just seemed very morally driven. I'm gonna let y'all listen to her talk about what she's talking about, and just let me know what y'all feel about her character and things like that. I'm gonna holler at y'all at the end of this video, but yeah, just let me know what's up. Like I said before, we don't know for none of this to be true, but it's all gonna come to the light pretty soon. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute.
A couple questions that I get asked. One, do the cheerleaders actually have to have A's and B's in their class? Absolutely. I do not believe in any athlete cheering, dancing, playing without having your grades up. Especially school nowadays, you can redo an assignment as many times as you need to. Now they done changed the weights of the grades, therefore there shouldn't be any issues for you to keep your grades up. So I make sure that that's my rule, so I can hold them to a higher standard to make sure that they have good grades in their class. Because there's no excuse. Why settle when we could be the best all over? Excuse me. I'm handling business. You should be cheering. You should be cheering. You should be cheering. You should be cheering. Thank you. Now back to what I was saying. Another question, where do we order our gear? I've answered this a million times, but we order from Varsity, and we do have one of our cheer moms who makes a lot of our stuff. If y'all want her info, let me know, but don't get her too booked because we need it. But let's talk about the relationship that I build with my girls and guys. I believe in being that coach, but also very stern. Don't play with me, okay?
If you didn't have your managers, what would you do?
If I didn't have my managers, I would lose my mind. If I did not, y'all. And sometimes it's so many things that are going through my head and I cannot remember everything. Y'all, I appreciate them for real. Like, for real. They be helping me out big time. I be forgetting everything, but they be on it. So, Coach Robinson said you go down there in the school. You might be off the team now. My cheerleaders are getting their hair done today, and one had an early morning appointment, so she wanted me to go get her some breakfast. I got her breakfast, and I'm excited. It's about to be a great lit weekend. Turn up. No. Yeah. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up when I hop about the cut. I promise I'm gon' make a scene. Got lights, cameras, action, but I promise that I won't be seen. She told me that she loved me, but I knew that she make believe. But this ain't even about it, so let me catch you up this.
Period. Watch out.
Hey baby, it's game time.
Hello.
Y'all boy better lock in.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
When we walk in,
Yeah. That pretty pony, get at her. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I ain't got to do too much. I ain't doing too much rushing.
Things people asked me last week as we were getting ready for tryouts that I feel the need to address. 1. Do the returning cheerleaders have to try out again? Absolutely. Every year that I have been coaching, I literally say this is the best year. But then the next year comes, and then that one is the best year. So what does that mean? I want the baddest girls on the floor. And that could be somebody that's never cheered before, and they decided to say, hey, I want to try out. And then next thing you know, they shock me and surprise me. That could be somebody that was on JV from the last year, and they have grown throughout the year, and they show out and they make varsity. So no, nobody's spot is safe. So what does that mean? To bring your A game when it comes to tryouts. Another question that someone asked me was, has there ever been a chance where you said no to a child that could not try out? I have never told a child no that they cannot try out. I'm going to let you try out. But I want children and parents to understand that as a coach, we don't owe anyone nothing, right? We do not have to have you on our team. Even if you are a good cheerleader, that doesn't mean that I want you on your team. Why? You might have bad grades, might have a bad attitude, and maybe I just don't want to deal with that this year. I'm human. We all go through things, and I want to live my life stress-free. So if you bring me stress, I probably don't want you on my team. Another thing, parents, just coming from a coach, if your child does not make the team, it is okay. Teach your child to still speak afterwards. I get it. But coaches will respect you more when after you don't make it, you speak and you have conversation, because you never know what could possibly happen. What about if a cheerleader got injured and I need to pull a cheerleader and I need to hit a certain number? I might be going back to who tried out like, hey, let me call such and such and let me add them to our roster. So you just never know what could happen. So it is best to still show respect. It's best to still speak. It's best to still go on about your life like everything is normal. Trust me, I know that it hurts if you didn't make it, but if you continue life happily and being optimistic and like, hey, Coach Williams, I'm like, hey, and now I just love your spirit, and that's what I love. Also, parents. I do want parents to understand that you could be the downfall of your child. So sometimes if a child is trying out and your child doesn't make it, sometimes it could be your fault. As a parent sometimes, and I know, and now that I have a son, because I have a coach, I'm going to have a different approach to things because I know how the coaching world is, right? So first of all, as a coach, we have our own lives, right? So, but when you're coaching a sport, parents can get a little rowdy, right? But that's something as a coach that I don't have to deal with. I just want you to remember that. As a coach, I don't want to deal with a rowdy parent, a parent that has an attitude, a parent. Times a parent can be the downfall of their child. Maybe the reason that your child didn't make the team is probably because of the choices that you made as a parent throughout the year with the coach. And as a coach, we want to be stress-free. We want to be happy. We want to give all of our attention to our girls. And if you know your coaches, you know that we mean well by our girls. I promise you, my girls can drop comments underneath this video and they know how we rocking. Me and my girls are like this, okay? Yes, we joke, we laugh, we haha, but they know when it's time for business. And when it comes to practice, I do not play. Respect is always there between me and the girls. So when a parent goes about a situation a little differently than I would, and remember, I don't owe anybody anything. So parents just have to be mindful of how you communicate, how you express your feelings with the coach, because eventually it's going to become a problem. So just be mindful of, as a parent, do not be the downfall of your child. Another question was, how were captains chosen? This year, we did things a little differently where they actually had to apply to be a captain. They had to, and I will show you all a video of one PowerPoint that was phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. They got an application that they picked up and they had to do everything that was on that application, from listing how practice should be ran, listing community service events, listing how they see next year's season and how they would want it to be ran, and the things that would need to be done in order for the year to be successful. And y'all, they blew my mind. They blew my mind. We had 4 to go out for leadership, and 1 became captain, 1 became co-captain. And because all of them did so well, you can't just give out the title to everyone. So what I wanted to do was I created a leadership team, because at the end of the day, they are all leaders, right? So if you did not turn in your application, you are not a part of the leadership team. Because now, for example, if I had 10 girls turn in their application for leadership, it might have been a little different, but I only have 4 to turn theirs in on time. And that was another thing. It had to be turned in by 4 p.m. on that Friday. And if I did not get it in by that 4 p.m., your application was out. So I was left with 4 final applications for leadership. And I chose my captain and my co-captain. And the other 2 were still great leaders. So they are now my leadership team, because sometimes the captain could be out, co-captain could be out. You know, it is high school, so kids do play other sports, so always having someone that is going to be able to lead the team in case of someone being absent or whatever the case may be. So, and my leadership team is solid. And I do love my leadership team. Now, don't get me wrong, there's other girls on the team who are just natural leaders anyway. So that is just what they're going to do. But unfortunately, I know y'all love Deasia. I know y'all love Deasia. But she is not on the leadership team. And she actually left a comment under one of the videos explaining that. But she went to the doctor and found out she had mild scoliosis. So she will actually, and I'm going ahead and I'm letting you all know this now, so y'all don't be beating me up. Where's the agent? Where's the agent? Where's the agent? Okay, so she will be probably out on for a few more months for medical, just taking a rest on her body. And I always tell my girls, I want you all to rest. Please do not stress your bodies out. And when I say cheer is life, cheer is life. Okay, so they will do whatever. They will stress themselves out to make sure they don't miss a game, miss an event. And we get a lot of calls for events, but I have to be the coach sometimes to say, no, stay home, don't come. And DH is one of those ones that wants to come every single time, whether she's sick, down, happy, sad, whatever the case may be. So DH will be out. I'm just letting you all know so that you all won't be jumping on my neck, because y'all don't play by the ages. So I just wanted to let you all know that about the agent. But all in all, to say, I am very excited about this year's season. I feel like the program just keeps growing and growing and getting better and better. And I feel like it's going to be some amazing things happening this year. I don't know why. I can just feel it in my bones that it's about to be some great things happening for the Monroe cheerleaders.
All right, y'all. So yeah, like I said before, y'all can tell that she's very morally driven. You know, I mean, it looks like she stands for a lot, but we really just don't know. And I hate to put these type of allegations on people without having bona fide facts. But for her to go to jail, for her to resign, and all this other type of stuff, it is serious. It's a serious matter. And I feel like when you're indulging with so many different children doing certain things, it's going to be speculations regardless with anybody over a certain period of time. You know, so I feel like that it's just best for everybody out there to do what they need to do and go home if she didn't do this. Now, if she did do it, she's out of line. She needs to be punished to the maximum extent and everything like that, because I don't see no reason why you would want a child. That's just my personal opinion. Now, she's a wife. She has a child and things like that, or children if I'm not mistaken, but I know a child for sure. She is a mother. So with that being said, you know, you can't be out here doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. I just don't understand it, and I never will. You know, dealing with children, like wanting them, having a lustful and lascivious thought process about a child just never made sense to me. But I will holler at y'all later on another video. I appreciate everybody that made it to the end of this video, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later on another one. All right.